everyone, welcome back to the garden. Today's video is a what's sold video. I'm going to be recapping the first half of August, so the 1st through about the 15th, and spoiler alert, I have already made my car payment. So before we get started, welcome if you're new here or if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you aren't subscribed already, feel free to hit that button down there. I'm really trying to grow my channel and would love the support. And throw me a thumbs up while you're at it if you like these kind of what sold videos for resellers and all other reseller stuff, you know, thrifting, haul videos, tips and tricks to selling on Poshmark and eBay and things like that. So without further ado, let's dive into the solds. I'm going to be pulling up my sales sheet and let's see, let's go to the first. Okay, so the very first sale was actually a sale and then it was returned. So I'll tell you about it, but it is actually still up in my closet, listed for sale. It is this Escada Sport linen top. It's just a regular button down, orange, fun color. So maybe not the best going into fall, but you know, list things all year round, no matter what the season. It did originally sell for $32, so that's good. I think I priced it at around $50, so I can't remember what it's priced at now, but it did sell very quickly the first time, so hopefully it's not too much longer before it pops through again. Next up, we have this Foxcroft animal print button-down shirt. It was in a plus size, I believe it was like 24 or 26. It was really cute. It was this fun animal print with like a teal color way about it. It was really cute. It sold for $21 on eBay, which was awesome. I only paid $3 for it, so I made $18.81 on that top. Okay, this was a fun find. It might have actually been in one of my recent haul videos. It's this Philadelphia 76ers basketball jersey dress. So it's just kind of a shift dress style, but it looks like a jersey. Like if you just carried a jersey all the way down to like your knees. And I picked it up because it looked old in the store. I was like, this probably is a vintage something. I quickly Googled it or like looked up comps and I was like, it looks decent. It may not sell for too much, but that's fine. It's kind of something funky. And then I was listing it and I was like, oh, actually the comps are really good on this. So I listed it for $75 and it sold for $75 on eBay in 2 days. So vintage jersey dresses, it was like NBA branded, so that helps. It said Hardywood Classics was like the brand, I think. Anyway, I had only spent $4.50 on it, so I made $63.13 on that dress. Next, I sold this Columbia titanium white puffer vest. That actually went to Hungry. It was my first time selling to Hungry, so it sold on eBay via the global shipping program. I actually got that item for free from the OG garden of my apartment complex, and it sold for $28 and I made $21.46 on that vest. Next up are these Gymshark leggings. These were definitely in a haul video because there was a funny moment in that video where I discovered where the size tag is located on Gymshark leggings. If you have a hard time finding it, I will go ahead and link the video for you as well if you missed it. But anyway, I picked these up for $2.50. They sold in 1 day on eBay she sent me an offer for $35.50, which is like a funny, like 50 cents. I was like, sure, why not? That's fine. I had them listed for $38, so absolutely $35.50 was super reasonable. I accepted and made $30.24 on those leggings. Next up was a new to me brand that I'm excited to find again. It is Pasco. I think I'm saying that right. It is a USA made, like sustainable, eco-friendly brand that kind of specializes in these, I don't know what to call them. They were like, they kind of looked like scrubs, but they kind of looked like you could go hiking in them as well. Like, they just looked very diverse as far as like utility, which is awesome. Very comfortable, very stretchy. They were in this purple color. I knew they had to be something just looking at the brand, and comps were very good on them. They retail for a couple $100 each. So I picked them up for $7.80. They sold over on eBay for $50 in 4 days, which, pleased with that quick flip and high sale price. So I made $42.77 on those pants. The next item. So back at the beginning of quarantine, I was kind of picking up a lot of family games and puzzles and things to keep people busy inside their homes. And I've sold a ton of them, but I still have some lingering ones. So this was one of them. It is a Disney-themed Family Feud game. So I thought, great, fun for the whole family kind of game. I picked it up for $3.99. It sold on Poshmark for $14. So not a crazy good flip, but I'm happy it's on to a new home and hopefully the family's enjoying it. So I made $8.93 on that game. The next item is this fun vintage dress. I think the brand is pronounced JW Trekkie. It's Treci. I didn't know it. I picked it up because of the print. And when I post a picture up here, you'll see it's like crazy bold print. It's mostly like yellow and pink, I believe. So I picked that up for $3. It sold on eBay for $19.20. Nothing crazy because it wasn't like a high-end brand. It was just a fun vintage dress, but I still made $16.75 on that. Next up, I sold this Woolrich men's vented long sleeve shirt, good for outdoor sports and things like that. I originally picked it up for $5.99. It sold for full price on Poshmark of $25, so I made $20 on that top. It actually sold to a Poshmark guest, and you can tell when like it says the buyer's like their handle for Poshmark is just like guest, blah, 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 like letters and numbers, like no rhyme or reason to it. Generally means that person found you via a search engine. So they typed in Woolrich vintage shirt, they saw your listing, they clicked on it and bought it right there. Generally a full price sale as well because they don't have a Poshmark account to make those kind of offers and things. So that's always a good sign that your listings are popping up in Google, which is that's the whole point of the internet, is search engine optimization. Anyway, next up I sold this Peck and Peck Paisley multicolored cardigan, super cute. Love the print and colors on this. I bought it for $6 on an auction. I'll link the auction channel down below. Her name is T at Auctions for You. She does phenomenal auctions that I watch all the time. Great way to source. Don't even have to leave your couch. So I picked that up from her. It sold for $20 on Poshmark, and I made $13.88. And that was part of a large clothing lot that I won from her. And so I had just like divvied it up. It was a bunch of jackets and blazers and things, and each item came out to $6 a piece, so not bad. Next up is this women's Masters Collection golfing polo shirt, short sleeve. It was new with tags, and I paid $2.49 for that, and it sold for $32 on eBay, which is super cool. So I made $26.96 on that. Okay, another pair of Vionic shoes. I love selling Vionic shoes. These were just simple black flats with like maybe a bow, like a patent leather bow detail on the toe. Nothing super fancy, but picked them up because Vionic always sells for me. They were only $3 and they sold on eBay in 4 days for $34. So I'll take that any day. I made $31.05 on those shoes. Okay, this shirt I was excited about, but I thought it would get more attention and sell better than it did, but I'm happy it's in a new loving home. It's this vintage Disney Winnie the Pooh shirt. with like a pink and white gingham print and Pooh embroidery on it and different, like I think there were some bees on the collar and something on the pocket, the chest pocket that said like bee friendly, like BEE. It was really cute, and I don't know, I always pick up anything that's vintage Winnie the Pooh because it will sell. But it only sold for $17 on eBay. I was happy just to have more interest in it. It didn't get as much attention because it wasn't super heavily embroidered, I think, was what was keeping it a little longer. But not bad. I still made $13.26 on that. Okay, next up, we have this men's Marc Jacob Stinky Rat long sleeve t-shirt, basically. I guess it's just from the Stinky Rat line of Marc Jacobs. It had a little embroidered rat on it, and the label said Stinky Rat, so sounds like that's one of his collections. They were selling pretty well, even just for a basic t-shirt. I picked it up for $2.50 and it sold for $30 on eBay, so I made $25.89 on that shirt. Okay, so here is a really good story as well. I picked up these awesome driftwood jeans. I picked them up because they were heavily embroidered with this like floral detail. They were cropped with a scalloped kind of raw hem. Really cute. I guess driftwood was sold at Anthropologie for a time or something, and I could totally see these being sold there. Anyway, I picked them up for $3.50. I listed them for $75, and they were up there listed, and then I get an offer for a different pair of jeans that were actually from my own closet that I don't wear anymore. So I had them listed for $18, nothing fancy. They were like from Kohl's, and she bought them. She's in Canada, I believe. She bought them and then, paid and everything, and then messaged me and said, oh my goodness, I just saw these other jeans. Can we get those instead? And I was like, that's fine. Absolutely. I would that's not a problem. I have no problem canceling the sale and switching if that's what you're requesting to do. But I was a little nervous because I was like, you bought those other jeans for $18. These are nowhere near $18. I had them listed for $75. So I was hoping that she didn't want to one for one switch them because that wouldn't be even. Because she asked, would you take a lower price on the driftwood jeans? And I was like, oof, what is your definition of lower? So I came back to her and said, normally I offer to likers or watchers on eBay and stuff, I send out 20% off. But in this case, I did a little less than 20% because I was having to cancel the sale and do more things, right? Which I'm fine doing, but I didn't want to, because it was more work on my end that I'm not necessarily complaining about, but I felt like that needed to be reflected in what I was doing. So I offered her $62 on the driftwood jeans, and she was like, absolutely, that's phenomenal. I was like, oh, okay, great. So it all worked out. It was an awesome sale. I canceled the pair of jeans for $18. She immediately bought or offered $62 or bought them at $62. I can't remember. Anyway, she bought them for $62 and everyone's happy. And I made a few extra dollars by not giving the full 20% that I normally would, just because I had to go through a little more hoops with this buyer, which was totally fine and everyone's happy. Okay, next up is this Joie silk blouse, just really cute blouse, silk, kind of a basic Joie piece. Picked it up for $3.50. It sold on eBay for $22, which was a little low for me, but again, it was one of those pieces that just was not getting attention, and I was like, this is going to become stale. So I countered, I think, back and forth a little bit with this person, and eventually we settled on $22, so I made $18.64. Okay, next up is this. These were kind of cute and funny. I just wrote down Gnome de Bloom plate because it's this kind of decorative plate that's based off of a story or something by this author who has a very complicated name. It's like, or maybe the artist of the plate has the complicated name. I don't know, but it's like Rien Porteville or something like that. Anyway, very cute plate with a gnome swinging or hunting in the flowers or something. I had two of them, so I can't remember which one this was, but anyway, cute, weird plate. I sold it for $2.99, and no, I picked it up for $2.99, sorry, and it sold for $22 over on eBay, which was full price. They weren't going for anything crazy, but they were just really cute. Next up are these Women's Vineyard Vines pink chino shorts. I picked those up for $2.49, and they were in a recent haul video, I believe. They sold for 4 days on Poshmark for full price of $27. Definitely did not think I would be getting $27 on those shorts, so I was very excited about that. Next up, I sold 2 pairs of Danskos, which Danskos are sometimes hard for me to move, but I priced these, I think, very competitively, and they sold really well. So the first was these like houndstooth suede flats. They were not the classic clog style you see from Dansko, which is why I picked them up. They sold for $20 in 2 days on Poshmark. So I only priced them at $25 because Danskos just aren't selling as high as they used to. So someone made me a $20 offer. I gladly accepted. Or I sent out the offer because I only made $13.88. So there was some discounted shipping there as well. But the next pair was on an offer sent to me. These were classic Dansko clogs, just black. They did have some wear to them. Again, why I priced them a bit lower. Let's see, I priced them at $29. Someone made me an offer for $20, and I gladly accepted and made $16 on those. I only picked them up for $2.50, so that is totally fine by me. Okay, these earrings. Okay, there's a little story behind these as well. So I also won these on an auction. They're sterling silver, were marked 925. They had this fun iridescent, it wasn't a natural stone, but it was just this like iridescent stone, rhinestone looking thing surrounded by this silver. I thought they were very pretty. Someone made me an offer for $22 on eBay, and I accepted. I had them priced at $30, so I made $18.44 on those, except then she left me some feedback. She still selected positive for the feedback, which is really all that matters, but said, thanks, but I wish I would have known I was buying $5 earrings from AliExpress, which I looked up what AliExpress is, and it's like this cheap, like fast fashion website, or it's not just fashion, but it's like a lot of things that you can get like really, really, really cheap. I think it might even be based in China, not positive, but I was kind of disappointed with the review. I was like, they're marked sterling silver. I didn't claim anything from them. Like, they were pretty tarnished when I got them, and I cleaned them up. So maybe she was expecting a little bit more patina on the silver. I don't know. At the end of the day, she still left positive feedback, so it is what it is, but I'm just trying to get more feedback so that one bumps down the list and I don't have to keep seeing it. Okay, so next are these Teva sandals. First time picking up Tevas. I've heard they do really well. They got a ton of attention and seemed like with all the attention, they were still a bit slow to move. I picked them up for $5.99. They sold for full price eventually, so it was worth waiting out through all those likes. Full price of $50 on eBay. And I mean, they took just over a month to sell, so it's not like they were that stale. It just felt like it, I guess, because of the amount of likes that they were getting. But at the end of the day, full price, $50. So I made $42.48 on those sandals. Okay, next is this ASOS retro-inspired fleece windbreaker combo kind of jacket. It was fleece in parts, but then it was windbreaker material, like almost color blocked that way, but had this fun, bold geometric print. I almost kept it for myself, but it was a little big. I picked this up a long time ago, 216 days. So I'm glad it finally sold. I picked it up for $4.98 and it sold for $20 over on eBay. I think I didn't charge enough for shipping. It was bulkier than I expected. So it did have to go priority. And so I only made $11.17 on that jacket, but again, I've had it for forever, so time to move on. Next up is this Brewers hat. It was a vintage like ball cap, flat brimmed hat that I picked up at an estate sale for $2.46. It sold for $20 on eBay in a couple months, so not bad. I've heard hats are really good to pick up, so that's cool. I'm gonna try and do that some more. This next lot of things, also from that same estate sale, was my first time doing a bundle on Mercari. So the buyer reached out and said, hey, can you bundle these 2 items for this one price? And I said, sure, that's totally fine. So they were these 2 different Space Jam books. It was the same story, essentially. One was a chapter book and one was a comic book. I had priced them separately, but she wanted to buy both of them for $25. And I was like, sure, no problem. Again, I thought that they would move faster than they did because Space Jam's fun, vintage, and MJ just had his, Last Dance documentary on ESPN, but they were slow to move, but both of those sold together for $25, and I paid for shipping, but it was media mail, so it was only a couple bucks, which is awesome. Next up is this Pleon green and blue printed blouse. Nothing crazy, I just thought it was cute, and even though it was more of a basic, just short sleeve blouse top, Pleon does decently for me. I don't always pick it up. I leave probably the majority of it behind, but it's guaranteed to sell at some point. And so I picked this up for $2.50 and it sold for $16 on Poshmark. So I made $10.68 on that. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in. We only have a handful more to go. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you are enjoying this video so far. All right, so next up we have this New With Tags Athleta dress. It was called the Sweeper dress, I believe, and I found a stock photo that made it look much better than the photos I took. Very soft micromodal fabric, slouchy pockets, very cute. It was a better size as well. I can't remember, large or extra large. I picked it up for $3.48 and it sold on Poshmark for $43, so I was happy with that. So I made $34.40. Okay, so I've sold a couple cachet pieces this week as well. So the first was this black and white geometric dress from Cachet, which is a mall brand that has been discontinued. So a lot of their pieces are older, obviously, but they still have a following and they've been selling really well. So this was just maybe like a work dress. I could see you wearing it to work with a blazer. I could see you wearing it to like a party, happy hour, even like a guest at a wedding. Like you could just wear this dress everywhere. It was very cool. I picked it up for $3.49. It sold on Poshmark for $31 in just about a week. So that was really quick flip. So I made $22.68 on that dress. Okay, next we have a Casper blazer. It was this pink floral print, like pink and gray. It was open front. Again, I won this at an auction on YouTube. It was in actually the same bundle of things as that Peck and Peck cardigan I mentioned a little while ago. So it came out to $6 for that piece. It sold on eBay for $22. So I made $17.84 on that jacket. Okay, next up again is that next Cachet piece. It was this very cool metallic faux wrap top. Sleeveless with like a very accentuated like V-neck, and like the wrap style was really cool. It looked very metallic, like liquid almost. It was very slinky and liquid, like very typical Cachet when I think of them. Anyway, I picked it up for $3.50. It sold for $20 over on eBay, so I made $17.42 on that. Okay, next we have these shoes. They're Vince mule. They're not really mules because they did have a back to them, but they were like D'Orsay, if I'm saying that right, with that kind of cutout in the middle by the arch. Just these flats, pointed toe leather. I picked them up for $2.50, which was awesome. They did have a bit of wear on the pointed toe, but nothing really noticeable. So they sold for $32 over on eBay in just under a month, and I thought that they would sit a little bit longer. So really happy that that happened. Let's see. So I made $26.95 on those shoes. Next up, we have this Loft t-shirt. Nothing fancy. I picked it up all the way for the print. It had this zebra pattern all over it, which was just adorable. Got a ton of attention. It sold for $16 on eBay, which is about what I was expecting to get for it. I did pay $5 for it. I don't know why. That seems like a little much, but I really like the print, I guess. So I made $13.63 on that shirt. And okay, I sold these yesterday. They are some Sur La Table Halloween cookie cutters that I picked up at Goodwill. And when I got home, I looked at the receipt and realized that they were in the bag, but they didn't end up charging me for them. So I was like, oh, okay, free cookie cutters, which is great because these were not a good pickup. They technically were free. They sold for $10 over on Mercari, which is fine, except I had to pay for shipping. And so there was no good way with the weight and the size of them. It was very difficult to get the weight or the shipping cost down. So I only made $3 on those cookie cutters, but thank the Lord I paid nothing for them. So it's still a free $3.30. Hooray. Okay, and the final item for the beginning of August is this Lucy blue and gray kind of space dye pattern tank top. It's the Lucy athletic wear. I've stopped picking up Lucy. I've heard it can do really well for some people, but I cannot move it to save my life. So I've had this tank top for over a year, 394 days. Someone offered me $14 for it on eBay, and I was like, yes, please get it out of my home. So I only spent $2 on it originally, which is nice. So I made $13.17 on that tank top. Okay, we did it. We've made it through all the way through August, the first half of August. To make sure you tune in a couple weeks to see how I do for the remainder of the month. I will catch you in the next one.